I'm ZURIK.
And I'm Shelley Brown. The State Department of Health says the owner of 7 nursing homes displayed an indifference to the welfare of his elderly residents. So today, the state revoked the licenses to all 7 nursing homes across the metro area, essentially shutting them down.
Tonight, we lay out how state leaders say the owner tried to threaten, harass, and intimidate them at a former warehouse turned evacuation shelter in Tangipahoa Parish. Last Monday afternoon at 3:31, a State Department of Health employee texted the owner of the 7 nursing homes evacuated to an Independence warehouse. The employee wrote, "Mr. Dean, would you please call me about your residence in Independence? There are problems. This is LDH." LDH said Bob Dean sent a series of replies, several nonsensical text messages devoid of any basis in reality or fact. Dean responded 4 hours after that first text, writing, "Hello, who the F is this? On the air Wrangler, please text me back. Oh my God, text me in the air. What a liar you are." Dean added, "Somebody told me you better watch it. Mother F you." The expletive-filled text continued. "Do you realize you're in a conspiracy theory with the federal government? Your blank is grass, mother expletive, sucker-eating expletive expletive." State leaders have known Bob Dean for quite some time. He's operated nursing homes in the state for years and bought this warehouse in 2016 and converted it to a hurricane evacuation shelter. But the state shut down his nursing home operations today. A 12-page letter sent Tuesday afternoon by the state to each nursing home lays out the poor conditions we've documented for days. But it also goes further into detail how nursing home leaders tried to downplay the severity of the conditions in the old warehouse. Last Monday morning, the state medical director for that area noted generators that powered oxygen were not working and residents were sleeping on floor mattresses. The state says text messages sent later that morning from the site indicated the situation was fine. They were not. Over the past week, residents have described to us what they call inhumane conditions.
I was urinating on myself for 4 solid days because I couldn't get to the bathroom.
I'm supposed to be on 24-hour oxygen, and I've been on oxygen for 6 years, and they sent me out there with no concentrator, no oxygen. Every day I kept begging them to get me oxygen, and they never went without oxygen for 4 days. And man, if I didn't have my emergency inhaler, I would not be alive today.
In the state's letters, they note one resident indicated she had not had a shower or bath in 4 days and had not changed clothes since arrival. Overcrowding was observed with bedding mere inches away from each other. And one state employee noticed a male resident in only a t-shirt and diaper full of feces. While conditions deteriorated and some patients were fighting to live, the state says Bob Dean began a campaign of threats, intimidation, and attempts at interfering with LDH's ability to assess the site and assure safety.
We were getting conflicting messages. We were getting text messages from the owner saying that they had a plan in place and everything was fine. And that is not what we were finding when we were on the ground.
When state officials visited the site, Dean became aggressive. At one point, he started yelling over and over, "Who sent you?" Dean then said, "Get off my property now." State officials left the site but came back 2 days later to begin rescuing residents.
We went back. It was reported to it was reported back to state office, and then a team was basically spooled up and sent back out the very next day because we knew at that stage we needed to get in there and commence rescue efforts.
Around that time, Dean sent another text to a state employee. "You and others took my patients away from the evaluation center and broke the 4th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. We have picture of the stealing of their persons without charge in our COVID test. Truly a Holocaust." We tried to reach Bob Dean by phone today for an additional comment, but were unable to reach him. Tonight at 10, our investigation into this evacuation shelter continues with a look at the plans filed with the state and the claims made by the Dean home.